everyone, so welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be another Talk to Me Tuesday, and today's topic is going to be about dark times, depression, and suicidal thoughts. And it's going to be me talking about my experiences and any advice that I could give you based on my experiences. So first I want to go ahead and clearly state that I'm not a professional in any way whatsoever, and that if you do think that you have severe depression or really bad suicidal thoughts or anything like that, please consult help. It's no big deal asking for help. Everyone needs help once in a while, and that's why it's there. So I'll have a bunch of suicide hotlines and other places where you can get help in the description box below, and please utilize this if you think you need it. Alright, so first starting out with the topic of dark times. I think everyone goes through dark times, and everyone has a different experience with it. Some may have longer periods of dark times and some may have a more extreme experience, but regardless, everyone has been through dark times, including me and including you. So I think that everyone can relate to having dark times within their life. For me personally, it was a lot through middle school. I had a really hard time finding myself. I felt really alone, and it kind of carried out through my first year of high school. Things got better, of course. I found really great friends, but still no one I could really connect on a whole different level where I could make myself completely vulnerable. I would have to say that the darkest period of my life would be middle school through maybe not even like a month or two in sophomore year, and then that's when I truly found everything and kind of resolved everything out. And I'm really happy and proud to say that I haven't been through a really bad experience or dark time like I did since then. So as you know, I'm a freshman, or I'm about to be a sophomore in college, like second year in college. So I've been good for almost 4 years now, and that's wonderful. And my life has been absolutely incredible since then. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about, you know, my dark, depressing times, and then, you know, suicidal thoughts and how I got over that. I see this a lot, is that it's little things first. It's like bullying, and then feeling alone, and then not having like a good support system or a good group of friends around you or a good influence, and that slowly just pushes you down the road to depression. And depression can mean a lot of different things. For me personally, it was just moping and not feeling happy, not feeling any sense of purpose, not enjoying life. I just was like mopey and sad, and everything was great at school, but then right when I got home, it's like a switch would just go off and I would just be like mopey, depressing, pessimistic, and I don't know. And like I would put on a good face at school, because even today when I tell my best friends that I was friends with back then, like they didn't even know these things. So I think that's the most dangerous part, is that people might not even know what you're going through, because you have two different sides to you. And that's something that depression can do, is that you can put on a face, but then when you're alone, like the trueness of it comes out. And so I think that's probably the most dangerous part of depression, is that no one around you knows that. And so you yourself has to know that. And I knew that. I knew I was sad. I knew I wasn't happy. I knew I was depressed. And so I think that's the first step, is making sure that you yourself knows, because it's going to be a million times harder for other people to realize it. So that's kind of like what my experience with depression. And then with suicidal thoughts, I'm a wimp. Let's just get that. I'm the biggest weenie, pansy, whatever you can. I can't even watch horror movies. That's how bad I am. But I could never like bring myself to like find a way to hurt myself. So bless that was I was a pansy and couldn't do anything. But I mean, there were those times where I thought, okay, maybe I should just die. Okay, how do I die? Well, I can't hang myself. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm a pansy. What am I gonna do? So it's gotten to that point where I did like plot out different ways and like going through my head, am I capable of killing myself? So nope, okay, next way. Like, I think that was like as extreme as it got. Of course, I never acted on that, thank goodness. But I remember my all-time low moment, and it comes back to me all the time. It's the most cheesiest moment, but it's completely true. I remember that day was everything was just going bad. I don't even remember what month or when it was. I can't remember that, but I do remember that, like that hour, like perfectly clear in my mind. I remember just everything was going horribly wrong at school. My personal life was just a mess. Friends, like just all that was just ugh. And then the final straw was I had an argument in the car with my dad. We were at his friend's house or friend's place, and then he was driving me home, and I remember like I made him mad or something, but then I was mad, so I was fighting back with him, and we got into the biggest argument, and things were said on both sides that were, you know, that we both didn't mean. And so, you know, words are said, and I ran upstairs, and I remember I sat in the middle of my room, my old room, of course, not this room, but I sat in the middle of my room, and I really wanted to die at that point. I really just, okay, I have a plan. I know exactly how I'm gonna die. I don't want to tell you guys what I thought of, but because I don't want to like give you ideas and stuff like that, but I basically just thought of like my way. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. There's no point in living. My family life sucks. My school life sucks. My personal life sucks. My friends, I have nothing to live for. Like everything in my life just sucks, and I can't do this anymore. And at that moment, I looked up and I saw a picture of me helping at a local, a local animal shelter that I've worked with for over 3 years, and I thought of all the dogs that I've saved in that time of being at that animal shelter. So, like I said, I volunteered there for 3 years back then, and I realized like I've single-handedly saved like dozens of dogs, and that to me is more important than my life itself. And so in that moment on, I was like, okay, these dogs need me. If I kill myself, yeah, blah blah, I didn't think my family, friends, or anything like that. No, I thought of those dogs. I'm like, I've helped there for 3 years. I've saved so many of them, and I cannot be selfish. I can't do that. I still have so many things to do. Those dogs need me. And so that moment, I was like, screw these thoughts of killing myself. These dogs need me. And that's it. That is the very last time I ever thought of committing suicide. And I didn't get better instantly, but that was the last time I ever thought of committing suicide. And it was thanks to my little dog poster of me helping at the shelter, because that literally was my life back then. That's all I would do, is every single Saturday and Sunday I would go there from 10:30 to 5:30 and help at the dog shelter. And honestly, that's what helped me. Now, like I said, things didn't get like, I didn't just flip-flop like I'm happy Cindy that I am today. It took a lot of time. It took a really strong support system, and one of those persons that I have to thank for like my recovery is John. You guys know me and John, we went out for 2.5 years. Sorry, I don't know the exact date, John, you're gonna hate me for that. But yeah, we're still friends today. It's really good. And back then he was just my friend, and he was the first person I completely let my guard down and was vulnerable to. I told him everything. I told him about, you know, my suicide thoughts, my different plans, and just everything that I felt, my feelings, my emotions, why I felt like no purpose to live. And he helped me through it. He was like, no, you still have so many things to do, like, get it together, you're Cindy Ty, like, stop this stupidity, and you have so many people that care about you, so many things, so many different things, things you want to do in your life, which will lead me on my other things, but which brings me to my next point, and that is my thought on suicide today, or not even today, just shortly after that. You all know student government has been the biggest part of my life, and sophomore year, it was May, I don't remember, it was like the 3rd week in May. It was right after we threw prom, and my student government teacher or advisor committed suicide. I've been blessed to never have an experience where someone close to me has passed away. That was probably the closest thing, and I've known him. I knew him for 1.5 years, and he was like my life. He was my idol. He was everything. But he committed suicide for reasons I'm not really sure. No one knows, but it's none of our business, and it's personal. But I remember that he had a son, and now his son didn't have a dad. After that, my new student government teacher told me something that I will never, ever forget and that I want to pass on to anyone who may be thinking of suicide. And he said in these exact words, "Suicide is the most selfish thing a person can do." And I thought about it, and he was right. All the pain and the suffering that caused his family, his son, me, my whole student government, my whole school, his whole family, everything, every person he's ever knew, alumni, just everything. Everyone was hurt, and still to this day I think about it and it just hurts me. Suicide really is the most selfish thing because of that, because you are hurting every single person around you, whether you know it or not. That's the thing with suicide, or depressed people, is they think that, oh, I don't matter, like no one's gonna care about me or anything like that. Wrong. You are so wrong. You can't see it, but every single person around you that has interacted with you, that knows you, will be affected. And so to do that to your family, friends, people you know, everything like that, that is completely selfish. So here are some of my advice, or like things that got me through those times and into the truly happy person that I am today. The first thing you truly need is someone or some people that will be your support system. Doesn't matter who it is. It can be your friend, a stranger, your parents, or anything like that. Me and John, we were just like friends, but after that we were like close friends. So it can be just someone like that that you can just trust, like you can truly trust. And that person can even be me. I know I talk to you through a camera, through the internet, through a computer screen, but I'm a real person. Like, yeah, I exist. So I'm always here for any of you. You need to understand that. If you think you have no one, you got me. If you're watching this, you got me. So you can email me, tweet me, Twitter and Instagram, not really much, but email me if you ever need to talk or anything like that. I'm here for you. I got time. Like, don't worry about it. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, care about each and every one of you. If you have the time to watch my videos, I have more than enough time to be there for you and be your friend, because I do consider all of you my friends, and I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, so have a support system. Have someone you can let your guard down, be completely vulnerable to. That is the first step. The next thing is, I would recommend you finding something you truly love and doing it. For me, what saved me was the animal shelter. And I haven't been there in like a year because of college. I've just been so busy, but I'm actually going this weekend and I will vlog it for you all, so you can see in next week's vlog, weekly Wednesday vlog. But I helped there for over 6.5 years. Now it would be like 7, like a quarter. So yeah, it's been a big part of my life, and so I think you should find something like that. It doesn't have to be the animal shelter. It can be something you can do at home. It can be like cooking or makeup or fashion or guitar, band, video games, I don't know, anything that you really truly love, that you can really get into and that makes you happy. Like, that's exactly what happened for me, is I did things that made me happy, and with time and with support, I truly became happy. My next piece of advice is to have dreams, to have goals, and have aspirations. That is also what's going to help you motivate to do these things, is you can find something, not only do what you love, but have these dreams, have these goals, these ambitions, these things that you want to strive for. That is what's going to keep you going. For me, it's just, I know it sounds bad, but being successful with my business, Safade, growing my YouTube, making a positive impact everywhere I go, and for me, growing as a person. My biggest life goal is what I call leave a legacy. And that doesn't mean I want to be the best at something. I don't want to be the most successful, the most rich, or whatever. Ugh. No. To me, that means leaving behind a legacy in which people remember me as someone positive, or someone that has helped them in their life in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, it can be that I was a friend to them, I helped them, I was inspiring to them, I was a role model, anything like that. That's what I want to be known as. That's what I want to be remembered as. That is the legacy I want to leave behind. So give yourself dreams and aspirations. It's super important. And the very last piece of advice, and I think it's the most important, is you need to love yourself and you need to want to get better. Everything I said in this video doesn't matter unless you want to get better and that you love yourself enough to get help, to talk to people, to do these things, is you have to love yourself. And for me, I was kind of forced into that bubble because I was a weenie and a pansy and I couldn't, bring myself to harm myself. But I never loved myself. And there's the difference, is that you can't just exist. You have to truly love yourself and love the people around you, in the fact that you can't be selfish and take your life, because it will hurt them and it will hurt them for the rest of their lives. So love yourself, and you have to truly want to get better. Otherwise, it's not going to. You can get through this. I promise you. Everything I've been through, I know it's not as extreme as other people, but I've been through a lot too. Like, don't throw me off as like, I don't know, I can't even process right now, just so much emotions. But I've been through a lot too, and I've got past it, and I know that you can too, because I'm the biggest wimp. I cry at getting flu shots, and yeah. So if I, the biggest pansy and biggest wimp in the world, can get through this, you can too. I know that as a fact. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm praying that my dad watching TV downstairs did not interrupt this video because it's really loud. But I really hope that this video helped you in some way, shape, or form. Any of these pieces of advice can be applied to you, even if you're not depressed or you're not having suicidal thoughts. If you're just, a little unhappy or in a little like rut, these steps can also help you into making yourself happier and loving yourself more. Please comment down below if you have any other pieces of advice or your own experiences that you would like to share. You never know, your experience could end up helping someone else. Don't forget to also share this video on social media, or send this to a video if you think, one of your friends is depressed, or you think they need help, or just anyone that might, need a little advice or a little pep talk, or just anything like that. Yeah. Alright, and I think that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe for daily videos, and yeah, also comment down below any other topics you have for Talk to Me Tuesdays. I know this video, or this topic, was requested, so I went ahead and did it. If you have any other comments or questions or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me. You all should know I'm always here for you, and I love you so much, and I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!